His voice is weak, shaking, and almost out of breath as he leans against the wall. Manager, Gino, please. My whole body is shaking. If we cross this line, I don't think I can ever look at you the same way again. His voice is low, deep, and full of emotion, and his lips are moving closer to me neck. Then, don't look back at the office. Just look at me now. I told you, I will never letting you go again. Welcome, guys, to the grand finale of Blackout Love in the Dark, and this is our last episode. And the walls between us were tired of his worker Min Ho and his strict, handsome boss Jin Hoo finally disappears inside the Jin Hoo's private penthouse. And let us see what happened in this our final episode. Tell me to stop me now. Tell me now, or I will keep you by my side forever. Mino didn't tell him to stop. The silence inside the warm penthouse is so deep that it almost feels like it could break. Mino's eyes are tightly closed. His long eyelashes are wet with tears. His fingers are holding Gino's shirt so tightly that they have turned white. He can feel the warm heat of Gino's lips only a tiny distance away from his own lips. He tries to find the words to say stop. He tries to think about his job, his career, and the strict office rules. But his mind is completely empty. Gino waits. He does not force Mino to do anything. He stays completely still, looking deep into Mino's tempting lips, giving him one last painful chance to walk away. But Mino does not run. Instead, his fingers slowly loosens from Gino's shirt. His hands gently moves upward until they rest helpfully on Gino's broad shoulders. Minno, in a shaking breath, escapes from his lips. His voice is barely louder than a whisper. I I can't tell you to stop. Gino, she. And the moment Gino hears these words, the last bit of control inside him disappears. He slowly closes the tiny distance between them. One of his largest hands moves from Gino's chin into his soft dark hair, gently holding the back of his head against the wall. Then he softly presses his lips against Gino's in a deep, loving, and possessive kisses. Minnow lets out a quiet gasp against Gino's lips. The weight of Gino's body gently presses him against the wall, leaving almost no space between them. The oversized shirt Minho is wearing hangs loosely around his collarbone, making him look even more shyer and vulnerable under Gino's glance. The fireplace burns brightly across the room, creating large moving shadows of their body on the concrete wall. Gino wraps both of his arms around Mino, holding him tightly as if he never want to let him go. Gino's hand gently holding Mino's dark hair gives him a feeling of safety. At the same time, it reminds him that Gino does not want to let him go. Mino's breathing is soft and unstable. His cheeks are bright red as Gino slowly moves even closer. Gino's voice is low and gentle, his thumb softly wiping away tears of Mino's cheeks. From this moment, you're mine. Don't even think about running away. Minho. The long night slowly comes to an end. Morning finally arrives. soft sunlight shining through the white curtains of the large bedroom. Minnow wakes up first. Wrapped in a dark silk blanket, he quietly looks down at his hands. His cheeks slowly turn red as every moment of last night comes back to his mind. He touches his lips for a moment without even realizing it. A small, shy smile appears on his face. Everything feels different now. The room is peaceful. The rain has stopped. For the first time in a long time, Minno feels warm. Not because of the fireplace, but because of someone truly loves him. The city is full of life. People rush through the busy streets with coffee in their hands, cars moving through the traffic, and the tall glass building shining under the bright morning sun. Inside the company building, everything looks the same as always. Employees greet each other with polite smiles. Some are already busy checking mails. Others are carrying files from one department to another. The office is full of its usual morning energy. But Minho, nothing feels normal anymore. He slowly walks through the entrance carrying his work bag on his one shoulder. He greets the security guard with a small smile before stepping into the elevator. As the elevator doors close, he quickly looks at his own reflection in the shiny metal walls. His face looks like a little red. He remembers everything that happened the night before. Without thinking, his fingers slightly touches his lips. He quickly pulls his hands away and let out a quiet sigh. Minho, thinking to himself, calm down. You are at work now. You have to forget everything and act normal. The elevator reaches his floor. The door opens. Minho takes a deep breath and walks into the office, trying his best to act like nothing has changed. He politely greeted everyone. Good morning. A few co-workers smiled back. Good morning, Minho. You came in early today? You look a bit tired. Didn't you sleep well? Minho quickly smiles. I stayed up late last night. I'm fine. His co-workers believed him and continued with their work. But Minho knows the real reason. His heart still haven't calmed down. He reaches his desk and slowly sits down. The computer screen is on. Several hundred mails are waiting. A stack of documents have already been placed beside his keyboard. He tries to focus on work, but when he opens the first file, he reads the first sentence. Then the memory of Gino's warm voice suddenly returns. I'm never letting you go. Minho freezes. He quickly closes his eyes for a second. He gently shakes his head. No, work first. He starts reading again. Only a few seconds later, he remembers Gino smiled at him inside the penthouse. His face slowly turns red. He quickly looks at the office to make sure nobody has noticed. Everyone is busy. He quietly let out a small breath to relax. Even so, his hands are still shaking slightly. He reaches for his coffee cup. As he lifts it, he notices that his fingers are trembling. He carefully puts it back on the desk before anyone sees. The office around him continues as usual. Phones keep ringing, printers keep printing reports. Someone laughs softly in the next department. The normal sound of work fills the room, but inside Mino's heart, everything is completely changed. He tries writing a mail. Halfway through the first sentence, he accidentally types Gino's name instead of Klein's. His eyes become wide. Oh no! He quickly deletes it before anyone noticed. Then he gently rubs his forehead. I really need to calm down now. Mino forces himself to focus again. He opens another report. This time he reads every word carefully, little by little. His breathing becomes stable. Just when he finally thinks he has calmed down, the entire office suddenly becomes quiet. The sound of keyboard slowly stops. A familiar sound echoes through the hallway. Click, click, click. The sharp sound of expensive leather shoes. Every employee immediately knows who it is. Director Jin Hoo has arrived. Without saying a word, everyone straightens their back. Some quietly stands, others lower their voice. Respect follows him everywhere he walks. Mino slowly looks up from his desk. His heart begins beating faster again. There he is, walking confidently through the office in a perfectly fit dark navy suit. His tie is neat, his expression is calm, his face shows no emotions to everyone else. He looks exactly like a strict professional director they see every day. But only Minno knows behind this calm face is the same man who held him close only a few hours ago. Gino walks past the row of desks with his usual calm expression. Every employee politely bows their head. Good morning, director. He gives a small nod without stopping. His footsteps are slow and confident. His face is completely calm. No one would even guess that only a few hours ago he had shared one of the most important nights with Minho. Minho quickly lowers his eyes to his computer screen. He is too nervous to look at Jinho. He tells himself again and again, calm down, don't look at him. But his heart refuses to listen to him. As Gino comes close, Minho can feel his heartbeat getting faster. Even the air around him feels different. Gino finally reaches Minho's desk. For a few seconds, no one speaks. The office is quiet, then that the sound of the air condition can be heard. Without changing his expression, Gino places a slick black envelope beside Mino's keyboard. This movement is smooth and natural, as if he is simply giving him another document. He speaks in a calm business voice. Review this carefully. Nothing more, nothing less. Then he turns around and walks away. The employees nearby don't think anything is unusual. To them, it is just another task from the director. But Minno knows better. His eyes remain fixed on the envelope. His hands doesn't move. His breathing becomes slow. He quietly waits until Gino disappears into his private office. Only then does he carefully reaches for the envelope. Minno looks around carefully. His co-workers are busy working. One of employee is answering a call. Another is carrying files to the meeting room. No one is looking at him. He quietly slides the envelope under his notebook. His hands shake slightly as he opens it beneath the desk where no one can see. Inside is a small cream colored car with engraved gold writing. He slowly reads the message. A private exclusive villa has been booked for this weekend. My driver will pick you up on evening afternoon. No excuse. Mino reads it one, then again, and one more time. His face becomes bright red. A smile appears before he quickly hides it. Mino thinking quietly, he already planned everything. He carefully folds the card and places it inside his notebook. He does not want anyone else to see it. Even though he tries to focus on his work again, he can't stop thinking about Friday. Across the office, behind the large glass walls of exclusive office, Gino stands behind the windows with a phone in his hand. To everyone outside, he looks busy discussing business with an important client. But while he is speaking, his eyes quickly moves towards Mino's desk. He notices a small smile on Mino's face. A faint smile almost appears on his own lips. Almost. He quickly hides it before anyone can notice. His cold business expression returns. The assistant standing nearby realizes where the director attention truly is. Even during the important call, part of Gino's heart is still outside the glass wall, watching only one person. Guess who is, guys? Minho. More who else? The rest of the afternoon passes slowly. Minho tries his best to finish his work. He answers mails, he checks reports, he joins a short time meeting. On the outside, he looks calm and focused, but inside, his thoughts keep returning to the small invitation card hidden safely inside his notebook. Every time he remembers it, a small smile appears on his face. He quickly hides it before anyone noticed. A few desks away, two co-workers quietly talks while organizing their files. Coworker 1 in a soft voice says, "Don't you think Mino seems different today?" And coworker 2, "A little. He looks happier than usual. Maybe something good happened." Mino hears only a few words. He lowers his face and pretends to continue reading his reports. His ears become warm and red. Thankfully, neither co-workers ask him any question and just talk behind him. Time slowly moves forward. The office becomes quieter as many employees leave for a client meeting or finish their daily task. The bright afternoon sunlight shines through the large glass windows, painting long shadows across the floor. Mino finally finishes the last report on his desk. He lets out a small sigh. He decides to take the complete files of the records department himself. Holding the files closer to his chest, he walks into the long, quiet hallway. The hallway is almost empty. Only the soft sound of the air condition can be heard. His footsteps echoes gently around the polished floor. As he reaches the corner, another pair of footsteps comes from the opposite direction. Slow, steady, confident. Minno already knows who it is before he even looks up. Director Jin Hoo. Jin walks towards him with the same calm expression he always wears at work. His suit is perfect and neat. His tie is straight. His face has no emotions. Anyone watching them would think that they are a simple director and employee passing each other in the hallway. Minho remembers himself stay professional. He bows his head politely. Minho says, "Good afternoon, director." Jin gives a small nod. Jin, "Good afternoon." His voice is calm, professional, nothing more. They continue walking towards each other, step by step. The distance between them becomes smaller. Minho keeps his eyes forward. Jin does the same. Neither of them smile. Neither of them stops walking. To everyone else, they are completely strangers. But both of them knows the hidden truth behind those calm expressions. Just as they pass each other, their hands gently pressed together for only a brief seconds. It is so quick that no one else would notice. But to them, that tiny touch says everything. Jinno feels warm spread through his fingers. His heart skips a beat. He wants to look back. He wants to smile. He wants to say something. Instead, he keeps walking because they are at work. Jinno also continues forward without turning around. A small, almost invisible smile appears on his lips only moments before disappearing again. Their secret remains safely hidden inside the quiet office walls. Minho reaches the end of the hallway and quietly stops. He looks down at his hand. A gentle smile appears. It is only a small touch, only a second, but somehow it gives him enough courage to get through the rest of the week. Meanwhile, inside his private office, Gino stands beside the large glass window overlooking the city. He watches the evening sunlight spread across the building. Without taking off his phone or writing another notes, he quickly whispers to himself softly, "Just a few more days. Then we will finally have some time together." Outside, the busy city continues as always. Inside the company, two hearts waiting patiently for the Friday evening. Friday finally arrives. For Minho, the whole weekend feels much longer than usual. Every day he remembers the small invitation card hidden safely inside his notebook. Every morning he tells himself to stay calm. Every afternoon he catches himself looking towards Gino's office without even realizing it. And every evening he counts one more day until Friday. Now the wait is finally over. As the office day comes to an end, employees slowly begin shutting down their computers. Some say goodbye to their teammates, others quickly leaves the office to avoid the evening traffic. Minho quietly packs his laptop inside his work bag. He looks around one last time. The office is almost empty. Just then, his phone vibrates softly. A short message appears on the screen. It is from the driver Gino assigned for Minho, and the message says, "I have arrived downstairs, Mr. Minho." Minho takes a small, deep breath. So, it's really happening. He walks out of the building and finds a black leather luxury car waiting near the entrance. The driver politely opens the back door. Driver says, "Good evening, Mr. Minho. The director is waiting for you." Minho smiles politely. "Thank you." The car quickly pulls away from the busy city streets. Tall office buildings slowly disappears behind them. The crowded roads become peacefully highways. Soon, the bright city lights are replaced by the dark blue evening sky and the endless ocean. Minho watches every something through the window. The peaceful view helps him relax. For the first time all week, his mind becomes completely calm. Nearly 2 hours later, the car turns into a quiet private road. Large trees stand on both sides. The sound of the ocean becomes louder. Finally, a beautiful, luxurious villa appears ahead. Warm lights glow through its large glass windows. The driver opens the door. "We are here, Mr. Minho." Minho slowly steps out of the car. A cold ocean breeze gently moves his hair. He stands still for a moment, taking in a beautiful view. The stars shines brightly above. The waves continues their peaceful rhythm below. The entire place feels calm, almost like rest of the world has disappeared. The front door slowly opens. Gino steps inside. Tonight, he looks completely different from the strict director everyone knows. There is no formal jacket, no perfect tied necktie, no cold business expression. Instead, he wears a relaxed black silk shirt. His sleeves are folded near his forearm. A gentle smile appears as soon as he sees Minho. For a few seconds, neither of them speak. They look at each other. After spending the whole weekend pretending to be strangers, they can finally stop acting. Minho, his voice is soft and says, "Rinoshi, this place is beautiful. I have never seen anything like this before. Why did you bring me here?" Tino walks a little closer. His voice is calm, warm, and honest, and says, "Because of the office is already full of people, someone is always watching. Someone is always asking questions. But here," he looks towards the ocean, "we are finally breath. No meeting, no phone calls, no pretending, just you and me." His nervous smile slowly becomes a real one. For the final time, he truly believes they are simply enjoying being together. Gino walks to a nearby table. He gently places two crystal glasses on the glass surface. He pours sparkling juice into both glasses. A purple light and a warm fireplace creates beautiful reflection across the table. They stand beside the large glass windows holding their glasses. Outside, the waves continues to roll towards the shore. Inside, they talk and talk about funny moments from the office, about the dreams they have before joining the company. Minutes slowly turns into hours. Neither of them noticed the time passing. The silence between them no longer feels awkward. It feels comfortable, peaceful, like they have finally found a place where they can simply be themselves. The fireplace quietly burns in the background as the evening grows darker. The weekend they have both been waiting for the whole week have just begun. The night becomes quieter. The city lights are far away. Only the sound of the ocean and the warm fire fills the room. Minho stands near the large window looking at the waves below. The moonlight reflects across the water like silver. He smiles softly. It has been a long time since he felt this peaceful. Behind him, Jin Hoo quietly walks closer. He does not say anything at first. He simply stands behind Minho, enjoying the same beautiful view. For a few moments, neither of them speaks. The silence between them is no longer uncomfortable. It is calm, comfortable. It feels like home. Jin Ho gently places his hand over Minno's. Their fingers slowly meet. Minno looks down at their hands, then back at Jin Ho. A shy smile appears on his face. Minno says, I have never imagined my life would have changed like this. I thought I would always be alone. Gino gently smiles. So did I. I spent years thinking only about work. I forgot what it felt like to smile. He looks directly into Minno's eyes, but you changed that. Minno laughs quietly. It is a small laugh, but it is real. Gino noticed it immediately. Gino says, there it is, my favorite smile. Minno looks away, slightly embarrassed. You always know how to make me blush. Gino smiles and says, I have a lot of practice this week. Both of them laugh together. The warm sound fills the quiet villa. The serious director and the shy employee disappears for a while. Tonight, they are simple Jin Ho and Min Ho. They continue talking late into the evening. They remember the first day they met, the first time they argued, the first time they secretly cared about each other. Every memory now makes them smile. The nervous distance that once stood between them has slowly disappeared. Only trust remains. Minno says, can I ask you something? Of course. And Minno says, when did you start liking me? Gino let out a quiet laugh. I honestly don't know. Maybe the day you stayed late to help your team, or the day you smiled even after having such a difficult day. I only know one thing. I could not stop thinking about you. Minno lowers his head, smiling shyly. So, it wasn't only me. They talked slowly, and there were no more questions, no more worries. Jinho gently reaches for Minno's hand. This time, Minno holds it without hesitation. Their fingers naturally lock together. Neither of them wants to let go. The fire burns lower. The room becomes even quieter. Minho leans back comfortably against a soft pillow. His eyes slowly close. Jinho gently brushes a loose strand of hair away from Minho's forehead. He quietly watches him for a few seconds. His expression is soft than anyone at the office he have ever seen. A little later, they walk on the balcony together. The rain has stopped. Fresh night air fills the sky. Below them, the ocean shines under the moonlight. Gino quickly stands behind Minho. He gently wraps his arm around him. Together, they watch the waves without saying a word. Sometimes silence says more than words. The night slowly comes to an end. They sit together on the large bed, talking quietly until they become sleepy. Outside, the lights of the distant city continues to shine. Inside the villa, they finally feel that they have found the place where they finally truly belong. The next morning, the storm is gone. Warm golden sunlight shines through the large glass doors of villa. The whole room feels bright and peaceful. The sound of waves is calm. Fresh ocean air flows through the open balcony doors. It is the start of the beautiful next day. Mino wakes up first. He slowly sits on the edge of the bed and looks outside. The sunrise paints the sky with a soft shade of orange, gold, and light blue. He smiles quietly. He has never felt this peaceful before. A few moments later, Jinno walks out of the balcony carrying two warm cups of coffee. He hands one to Minho. Jinno says, "Good morning." Minho says in return, "Good morning." They smile at each other. No awkward silence, no fear. Just a quiet morning together. After breakfast, they take a slow walk along the quiet beach. The waves gently wash over the sand. Seagulls fly around the clear blue sky. Neither of them is in a hurry. For the first time in a long time, they're simply enjoying being together. Minho bends down and picks up a small seashell. He smiles and Minho says, "I think I'll keep this. So I will remember this weekend." Gino smiles warmly. "Then I will remember it too." The weekend passes peacefully. Soon, Monday morning arrives. Months later, life has changed. The office is still busy. Meetings continue. Deadlines still exist. But something inside both of them is different. They no longer carry the same loneliness. The elevator rises towards the executive floor. Inside the bright elevator, Director Gino stands beside Minho. The doors are still closed. No one else is inside. For a brief moment, away from everyone, Gino gently reaches for Minho's hand. Minho smiles. He quietly holds his hand back. The elevator continues upward. Gino says, "Ready for today's presentation?" Minho says, "I am, as long as we are facing it together." Gino gives a small nod. "I would not have it any other way." The elevator door slowly opens. Both of them steps outside together. Employees greet the director as usual. Everything looks completely normal. But this time, Minho walks forward with confidence. He is no longer afraid. He knows he is not facing his life alone anymore. Together, they walk through the bright company lobby. The sunny blue sky can be seen through the large glass windows. A new chapter has begun. Later that afternoon, the meeting begins. Important company documents are spread across the conference table. As they prepare for the presentation, their hands rest near each other. Simple platinum ring shining softly on their ring fingers. Not a sign of ownership, but a symbol of trust, love, and the future they chosen together. They walked through fear. They faced loneliness. They learned to trust each other. And together they stepped out of the darkness into the future filled with light. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey for one unexpected meeting to a love that changed both their life. Minho and Jino found the courage to choose each other. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Blackout, Love in the Dark. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more romantic stories. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Love you.